How is it going, everybody? Welcome to assignment 7. We are literally on the home stretch. I can only say honestly that I believe it, that time has gone this fast, that this class has gone this fast. So wow, this is the coup de grace. This is the end. This is your last assignment. 7 out of 7. Let's see. So by now you should have turned in your chair project. I have to be fully honest, we have had a little bit of a problem with you guys turning stuff in on time. I get it, things are crazy, but at the same time, we can only be so chill. Definitely need your guys' full attention on the class, just like we would if everything were normal. So please get that work in. What's going to be really problematic is if this continues, Ellie and I are going to have this flood of stuff to grade at the end of the semester, and that's not going to make us very happy. So definitely don't want that happening. So please get your stuff in. That'd be great. So let's take a look at assignment 7 details. Okay, so your last assignment is going to be probably one of the quickest projects. It is due Wednesday, May 6th. So I'm going to look at my calendar real quick. May 6th. So you have a week and a half to do this one. So shorter than any other. This is designer's choice. So for the final assignment in Concept Sketching 1, you will choose one of the following options: over-the-ear headphones with the padded ear cups, a handheld camera, or other concepts. So basically, like, if you don't want to do over-the-ear headphones or a handheld camera, so think of like a DSLR, Canon, Nikon kind of deal, one that has like a lens that you attach to it, so it's not like flat like a rectangular prism. It's got like some stuff to it. If you want to do something other than that, email Ellie and I, CC Ellie too, to ask what you can do, because we want to make sure that this is still a challenging thing that's going to grow your skills and show everything that you've learned this semester. I could go into all of this stuff, but honestly, I think we've covered everything. Ideation, different perspectives, constructing forms, complex surfaces, part and material thickness, composition, notes, printing and descriptive notes, that's like call-outs, line weight, section and tangent lines, auxiliary views, that's like orthographic views, and exploded views, something you could try, transparency maybe, that would be really applicable for the camera lens, shading and shadows, again, keep them minimal, you can use different orientations for your paper, that's fine. This is a 3-page submission, so unlike the chair, which is 4, this is back to the regular, which is 3. So your chosen concept, we want 2 views, 2 perspectives. And then for page 2, concept sketches. These will be based on your ideation. And then page 3 is ideation. This PDF should already be available to view in Canvas. And then challenge yourself. Okay. You guys already know all this stuff, honestly. This is like not new. Everything is pretty consistent in this class. Okay, so today we're going to be sketching some headphones to get started. So, studio pen, I'm gonna go gray. Or actually, we're going to plan our composition. Okay, let's take a look real quick. Oops, wrong folder. Actually, I lied. Sorry about that. Hopefully you're not dizzy. I wanted to bring up this sketch that I found on Pinterest because I thought it was really nice. They use good line weight. There's a really nice drop shadow, still pretty simple, but really, really tasteful. They put a little bit of shading in there, not super necessary. We could maybe play with that a little bit. Good call-outs. Really like those swoopy call-out lines and stuff. So, good stuff. This would be a great sketch. for you guys to turn in. I want to jump over to, where we go, Behance, because as far as composition goes, instead of planning it out, this time I went and found a composition that I thought was pretty good, and we're going to take a look. Okay, so this is a project I found on Behance that was really nice, really pretty. Okay, so there are some over-the-ear headphone sketches. This is a nice one. Looks like we're crossing the horizon line, which is really, really fun. It's going to be really dramatic. This one's nice too. I think we're kind of below the horizon line. This one we're above. Or the object is below, the viewer we're above. Nice like chamfer details on these headphones. Which one do I pick? I think we should try this one that crosses the horizon line. We really haven't sketched a ton of stuff that crosses the horizon line, so it'd be nice practice. So maybe we can do something like this. Okay, so get rid of that, goodbye, goodbye, appropriate, actually just kidding, let's look here first. So these are some headphones that I have at home. Think that, or this is what we're going to be sketching today, so please follow along. And again, just going through these so that if you want to, you could try and sketch this by yourself. Let you pause on the YouTube video to check out all the views and details and stuff. So if you did want to go through and do this, that'd be super cool. Okay. So okay. Now that composition, whoa, that is like way heavy. Let's see. Okay, so I think if the horizon line was somewhere around here, I think the headphones kind of went like this. Actually, maybe a little bit more like that. You know what? That does not seem right. Let's jump back. Okay, so maybe their headphones are like, no, okay. I think it's actually even more dramatic. Oops. Oh, I know why. Because the headphones actually point in. Okay. Yeah, let's try something like that. That's fun. Maybe we'll put the title here. Name. Some call outs. And then our drop shadow will probably be, oops, something like that. That's fun. Yeah, okay. Let's go for that. Okay, I'm going to open up our photo reference, which if you were drawing an object at home, you would probably have in front of you. Let me see if I have a good... Okay, not exactly. Okay. So, first things first, I'm going to kind of rough out my composition. So I'll start with a very light pressure, line thickness and all to plan out everything. So like I noted before, Um, the headphones actually, I think, kind of point in a little bit. These ones maybe aren't quite as dramatic as that other one. So what I'm gonna do, actually, before I even get into that, we should probably rewind just a hair. Let's go back to this. Okay, headphones, I would imagine kind of like being a cylinder. So if we think about like what are the basic elements of this object so that we can deconstruct it, I would say is a cylinder cut into two parts. So here's, you know, earphone 1 and earphone 2, left and right. And then the over the head part, I would say is almost like a you could almost imagine it as a cylinder as well that's just been like you have a hole through it, right? So you extrude it down and then you chop it right there. So this is what your over-the-ear headphone part looks like. So there's really like 1 to 3 pieces. This is totally manageable for you guys. It's gonna be super fun. Okay, let's jump in. Hopefully this demo is a little bit shorter than normal. Okay, so I'm gonna say here's maybe 1. Oh, okay, nope. So remember what I discovered, that the fact that they're kind of angled towards each other. So maybe there's 1, and there's 1, there's 1, oops, don't like that. That's better. Then I'm gonna say my things need to be parallel, or sorry, tangent. Don't like how those are turning out. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna actually change this whole approach because I don't think that's very good. So let's do it. Is this going to fit? No. Okay. Let's start with the box. So I think these headphones are gonna go something like that. Okay. Yeah, I think this is already better. I should have done this from the beginning. Sorry, guys. Okay, so now I can put an ellipse here and get exactly what I want. And then I'll imagine a line here. And then I can draw that out. Boom. And there's my second one. Okay. And now I'm going to imagine the next ellipse being just a little bit bigger. Because I want these to kind of like come out, like so. Boom. Okay, so those are good. And now I'm going to imagine, so I think this is going to connect somewhere, maybe over here. That would connect there. So I want these over the head part to connect or touch right there. So I'll just draw something like that. Cool. And now if I want to give that some thickness, I'll have it touch a little further out. And then I'll have it come in over here. Now go the other direction. It's going to disappear. Come back over there. Okay. Sweet. So now we kind of have our structure built. So I'm going to go a little bit darker now. And let's see. Okay, so the first thing that I think I'm going to do is check out. Okay, probably this part. So also, I think I kind of failed at like crossing the horizon line. I think we're quite a bit. This object is quite a bit above. That's okay. Okay, so first thing, there's like this whole bit here kind of comes down and goes like that. So let's work on that for a second. I think this, how should this end? We can kind of show these coming apart just a little bit. So I'm going to follow this vanishing line and say that that is the endpoint that I'm looking for. So now I basically need to put in these like semicircular bits that curve around into a circle. And then these look like they largely just kind of flow into there. Like so. Yeah, something kind of like that. And then it looks like they have some detailing in here where these two lines kind of come in. Maybe kind of like that. And then for the icon, I'm not going to draw the skull, so I'll just say there's Oops. Like an icon there. This is a representation. Okay. And then I know that the shape that I drew here is mirrored over here. So I'm going to draw it again, basically. Like so. And then it kind of like goes in. Oops. So if I imagine like that. Oops. Okay. And then okay, now I need to do the same on the other side. So we're going to follow this vanishing line. And I think this is just kind of honestly like disappear. Actually, no, that's not true. So the halfway probably be about there and there. So we got a semicircular thing here. And I'm guessing that this would actually oh, you know what? I kind of made a mistake. So I used this reference, but actually those aren't on that face. They're actually curved along here. So I'm gonna, oops. Reimagine them as being curved. And technically that's like a potato chip. So I'm gonna change that just a bit. That one's ugly. Okay, a little bit better. So then I think this would actually kind of, ooh, that's tough. Be kind of like that. Yeah. Yep. Okay. That'll work. And then there's basically just like a rectangular bar that connects these. And then don't forget that they go into something. I'll do the same thing over here. Cool. And then this comes in like we discovered over there. Okay. And then there's really not much other detail going on with those. So the top's basically done. Just have to connect the lines. Something kind of like that. These might be a little bit too spread out actually, in terms of like the composition and accuracy. They look a little bit far away from one another. but that's okay. Okay, so I think there's like some surface detail here that we should probably capture, like a. That was really bad. Okay. Let's see. What else? Oh, there's like a kind of depression there. So that's going to go down like that, and then back out. Something kind of like that. Okay. Make sure I don't sketch that. Okay. So to get like all of this geometry going in here more accurate, I would say when you guys are sketching, just make sure you're looking at the object. With the photos, it's just like a little bit tough. One thing that we can look at is that looks like there are some fasteners that go right there, and then 3 that go here. Nice little manufacturing detail. And it looks like there's like a surface material change there. Okay. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put in that part, which is going to have this plus and minus. So I'm going to follow the curvature of that part to put those in. And then it looks like there are several, like, basically like rings of parts, materials. So I'm going to throw some of those in. Okay, and then looks like maybe one more. I'll do the same over here. Okay, so now I would say we have all of like our plastic parts built in here. Give that some material thickness. Same thing over here. There's the channel for that to go into. I think this actually needs to come in a bit. Cool, okay. Now time for the leather parts. Or that's probably pleather, honestly. So these are kind of like giant donuts. So I would say that, let's start with slightly larger ellipse, and then edges of that donut. I could have done that all the way around. Okay, and now, let's see. I didn't leave a whole lot of room in here for like drop shadows and stuff like that. Okay, we'll figure that out in a bit. Let's see. Okay, so I think inside the headphones, which you can't really see, I would honestly put like a material change line and then maybe use your vanishing lines to just draw some cross-hatching that describes this sort of mesh that covers the actual speaker stuff. Like that. Now we can do some of the stitching stuff. Actually, I might actually recommend against that because all of the stuff going on here with the multiple materials like black plastic, silver plastic, the end of the silver plastic to the leather and stuff, it would almost make any stitching that we want to do really difficult to see, and it'd be kind of, I guess, like if you wanted to, the most that I think you should probably attempt is maybe some like dashed ellipse, basically, to show that maybe like this is a soft, material, fabric, pleather kind of thing. So maybe start an ellipse and then just put the stitching in, because it's just going to get away from you so fast if you try and like make this material look like something. And maybe one more on the inside at the absolute most. Okay, honestly, I feel like this is pretty decent. So let's go ahead and finalize this. I'm going to start with, I'll start with my leading edges. And keep that nice and curvy. And then this. Gradual change. Gradual change here. That's going to be a leading edge because underneath that is the mesh. This whole donut shape. And then where the silver plastic ends. And then where the black plastic ends. Top of this is going to become gradual. Oops. Okay, let's do the next part. color. Still no. Okay, there we go. That's going to be gradual. Okay, let's keep on going. I probably should take a second to talk about okay, so basically what we did up here with the headphones, if you imagine like this is our shape, here's our cylinder, and then we basically said here it is. I think we've kind of been over this before, but obviously this material in the back is going to disappear. So make sure that you execute this right. How there we go. And then we won't see this either. You can think of this as like a rainbow with some mass. Okay, just wanted to go over that. Make sure you guys nail that part. Okay, going back to this piece. The way these are gradual. Okay. Then some surface lines there to describe where the stuff starts and stops. Oops. Something kind of like that. Same thing over here. Okay, got our emblem. We'll say it's raised. that. This is just a surface line. And then this, the channel that this thing goes into. Now we can start. Okay, let's do this real quick. So I'm going to imagine that these come out slightly. And there's the, oops, the channel that it goes into. Not the best buttons in the world, not gonna lie. Okay, and then go over these ones that should be the leading edges. So we got where our black plastic ends, where the silver plastic ends. Now for the headphone itself. And our fancy stitching. Something kind of like that. Okay, I'm gonna reduce this a bit so I don't see it as much. I think these are skull candy. Yeah. Skull candy headphones. And then, okay, let's talk about this drop shadow. So this is an interesting opportunity where we could kind of like, let's imagine that these are kind of up against a wall. And maybe that wall, if we drew a surface contour line on that wall, was like this. So we could actually draw a kind of fun, funky, drop shadow. Like that. And remember, your guys' drop shadows don't need to be scientifically perfect. Like, it's okay if they're just a little bit funky or if they don't seem quite right. Like, that's totally fine. Like, they need to be like, you know, the slightest bit rational. But so long as there's some semblance of logic behind them, that's totally fine. Like that, I would totally accept that. Let's see. Okay, so then we can say plastic. We'll just say leather, even though it's probably not. Maybe we can say like stitching. Maybe we'll say metal. I don't like the placement of that one. There we go. I'll put my name. Say button. Okay. To finish this off, I'm debating whether or not to talk to you guys about like shading. No, I don't think this is a good place to start for that. Okay, so I think we're good for this lesson. Next time, I think it'd be a good idea to sketch a camera. I personally don't have a camera, so maybe we'll do like a construction demo. So it'll be another fairly short video for how to do like a DSLR. Okay, anyways, yeah, so wrapping up, please turn in assignment 6. Can't wait to see your guys'